These are the answers for Melham's Math 251 for Calculus 1. The exam's on Friday, September the 4th. So I'll be going over the answers with you. Setting up the sharing the screen here. Okay, so number 1, f of x is 1 over x minus 1. You ask for f of x minus f of a divided by x minus a. Okay, so f of x is just the original function, 1 over x minus 1. F of a minus 1 over a minus 1 over x minus a. Then you multiply the numerator and denominator by the common denominator of this, which is x minus 1, a minus 1. If you multiply this fraction by these two, you have a minus 1. That's a minus 1. Sorry for it looks like a mess up. Minus, multiply this fraction by these two, you have x minus 1. And in the bottom, you have x minus a, x minus 1, a minus 1. Distribute a minus 1 minus x plus 1. Negative 1, positive 1 cancels out. So you have a minus x. A minus x cancels with x minus a, leaving with a negative 1. So final answer, negative 1 over x minus 1, a minus 1. Number 2, find a function which is linear, which passes through these 2 points. So first I find the slope, y2 minus y1, 30 minus 10, over x2 minus x1, 11 minus a negative 3. That's 20 divided by 14, which is 10 over 7. Then I use the formula y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I decided to use this pair of points because I don't have a negative. So y minus y1 of 30 equals m times x minus x1, which is 11. Clean it up. Y minus 30 equals 10/7 x minus that times that is 110 over 7. Add 30 over 1. Common denominator is 7 times 7. So y equals 10 over 7x plus, this comes out to be 210. 210 minus 110 is exactly 100. So plus 100 over 7. Number 3, since you know the solutions that are given are negative 2, 1, and 3, that leads to f of x being a constant times x plus 2, x minus 1, x minus 3. To find the k, you use the fact that f of 0 is equal to 1. So I put a 0 here, here, and here, and 1 for y, the left-hand side. 1 equals k times 0 plus 2, 0 minus 1, 0 minus 3. That's 1 equals k times 2 times negative 1 times negative 3. 1 is equal to 6k. K is 1/6. So I'll put the 1/6 back over here. Final answer, f of x equals 1/6, x plus 2, x minus 1, x minus 3. Number 4, just give a description of what happens to the function. X got replaced by x plus 2, so that moves 2 to the left. And this 5 means you move 5 up. 5, here are f of x and g of x. You're asked to find f of g of x and simplify. So f of g of x is 3x minus 16. So I want f of 3x minus 16. Now all that mess gets thrown into here and here. So it's 3x minus 16 squared minus 2 times 3x minus 16 minus 1. So I square that, 9x squared minus 96x, that's the 2ab term, 2 times that is minus 96x, plus b squared is 256, minus 6x plus 32 minus 1, put it all together, 9x squared minus 102x plus 287. Number 6, 2 to the x and e to the x are both increasing. So 2 to the x is below e to the x, e is about 2.7. So on this side, e to the x is higher, which means on this side it's lower. So you see in red, I have 2 to the x and I have e to the x rising faster on this side, so it's below on this side. And then 1/2 to the x, half is less than 1, so it's going to fall. But notice they all go through the point 0, 1. Number 7, function is c a to the x, and you're given the points 1, 4, and 3 comma 16. So I plug in 1 here and 4 for y, f of x. 4 equals c a to the 1. 3, 16 means put a 16 here, c a cubed. Divide both sides by 4. Divide by 4, divide by ca, which is 4. Okay, so I get 4 equals a squared. A is plus or minus 2. This is an exponential function. Exponential functions, we don't allow for negative exponents, so just 2. So a is 2, plug that back in here. 4 equals c times 2. So c is also 2. So the function is f of x equals 2 times 2 to the x. You can leave it like that, or you can make it 2 to the x plus 1 is also okay. Number 8, find the inverse of the function. So first I'll call this y, and then switch around x and y. So everywhere you see y, put x. Everywhere you see x, put y. So x equals 3y minus 1 over 2y plus 3. Then I solve for y. Multiply both sides by 2y plus 3. You could also say cross multiply. So if I multiply right here, that's 2xy plus 3x equals 3y minus 1. Okay, I move the 1 over there, and I move the 2xy over there. So that way I have all the y's on the right side and non-y's on the left. 3x plus 1 equals 3y minus 2xy. Factor out the y. 3 minus 2x, divide by 3 minus 2x. So y equals f inverse of x equals 3x plus 1 over 3 minus 2x. 9. 2 to the x minus 2 equals 7. Take the natural log of both sides, ln, ln. By doing that, I get to bring the x minus 2 in front. Okay, property of exponents, that if you have an ln there, then that gets to come down. So x minus 2, ln 2 equals ln 7. Divide by ln 2 and add 2. So x equals 2 plus natural log of 7 divided by natural log of 2. Punch out in the machine, 4.8074 to 4 decimal places. The question asks for 4 decimal places. Number 10, sine of inverse cosine of x. Call that theta. So ultimately, I'm trying to find sine of theta. Okay, so theta is inverse cosine of x, which means cosine of theta is x, x over 1. Do my SOHCAHTOA. So draw a triangle, theta, cosine CAH is adjacent over hypotenuse. So I put the adjacent as x, hypotenuse is 1. A little bit of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This side comes out to be square root of 1 minus x squared. And we're asked to find sine of theta. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite, radical 1 minus x squared divided by the hypotenuse of 1. So radical 1 minus x squared. Okay, so those are the solutions for Melham's Math 251, Calculus 1, exam number 1, Friday, September the 4th.